Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the 300 yet again. So, first things first, I'm going to start by cleaning up all of this mess. So, I think what we're going to try to do, first I'm going to get everything cleaned up here. We're going to try to fit this old absorber in here, see if that does away with being able to see the crash bar back there. I know you can't see it now because there's no light with the door here, but that crash bar back there, there you go, you can see it. We're gonna see if we can get that fixed up without having to paint it. So I'm gonna try to slide this old absorber in there. I know it's all monkeyed up, but we're gonna see if that fixes our issue with seeing the silver crash bar back there. If not, we'll have to paint it. Not a big deal, but if I don't have to paint it, that works out. So anyway, I'm gonna start by cleaning up here, and we'll see where we can get to from there. All right, so got that kind of cleaned up. Got everything over here. It needs to go back in a bin, but gotta make room. So anyway, got everything off the car. That's plus. So let's get started here with our front bumper. So pretty easy for me because everything's not attached. Just kind of dry fitted, if you will. Piece of body filler, but anyway. So we got this adjusted really nice. So I don't want to take it completely off, but just shot a screw in it here and here. We'll drill our new holes because this has an aftermarket bumper. But what we're going to have to do is slide this in from the driver's side, and it fits in around the bumper, kind of right in here, like so. But anyway, I think what we can do is pop this out here, like so, and then kind of feed it in through there. I'll take it off over there and we'll kind of tilt the bumper up, and then hopefully we can just feed that right on through without pulling the whole bumper off. Okay, so that actually worked much better than I thought it would. Can you see it down in there? Probably not, maybe not. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. So undid our temporary hold here, undid the other side, and was able to just pick the bumper up and slide it right on into place. It did lock in on that end. It's a little bit short, so we'll probably have to get a new one. But as you can see, hopefully, it does cover up the crash bar from the front end pretty well. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pull the car outside and blow it off, blow all the dust off out from in here before we go ahead and put our fender on it, because like my grandpa mentioned, when we go to paint stuff like in here with the pressure of the paint gun, it might blow back out into the fresh paint. It's not a good thing. Creates a heck of a mess, and it's hard to fix, especially in fresh paint. You gotta wait for it to dry, sand it out, and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna pull it out, blow the thing off as much as we can, especially off in here, and we'll pull it back in and see if we can get this fender on. And guys, I thought I would mention something as he's blowing this thing off. I'm so ready for this car to be done, honestly. It's taken way too long. We're almost at the 2-year point. When this video goes up, it will be over 2 years since we brought this thing home. So I'm super excited to get this thing done and finally drive it. I'm kind of nervous, to be completely honest with y'all, because we've had the thing so far apart and we've done so much to the car. You know, you kind of always have that in the back of your head, but I'm pretty excited, to be completely honest with y'all. But anyway, I think we're going to try to get the fender on it tonight and see how it fits, and then I guess we'll go from there. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know exactly how far we're going to get with everything, but we'll just have to see. Alright, so we're getting ready to throw the fender on, and yes, we did take out this screw. Now, the way these attach here is the bumper will slide up into the fender here, and then it slides up around that piece. And then, if you notice, this piece sticks up higher on the bumper than it does on this header panel. So when you tighten the fender right here, it kind of pulls it in. And then back here, it'll attach to, I believe, the fender liner, or maybe the fender. And then down through here, it attaches to the liner. And then it's supposed to have an air dam that I still have to find. So I guess we're gonna throw this fender on. We need to get the hardware for it. For those, we got 2 down here. I believe there's 3 up top, and then there's this one right here, which we have some shims for, because this side is just a little low as far as matching up with the fender goes. So that shouldn't be a great big deal, but we'll get this fender on, get it kind of halfway adjusted as much as we can, and then the rest of it will have to be adjusted in the hood. So we're hoping it fits pretty well, because we got that gap nice. We got the little body line lined up pretty nice. So we're hoping that our fender over here and our hood matches up quite nicely. Okay, so he actually brought up a really good point. Before we go ahead and stick the fender on the car, we have this bit of a crease. If you can see that there, it's a pretty good little crease. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a flat body hammer and a dolly and try to just kind of massage this out a little bit. All right, so I took our hammer and dolly, got it pretty well flattened out, I would say. I got most of the high spots out of it. That's what I wish I could have done with the door over there, but I think I got a good bit of the highs out of it. So now what we're gonna do is go through here with our little palm sander, get all this paint knocked off here, and I think we can get away with just glazing it, because this is not very deep at all, and then we can come through primer, sand, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to start by getting the all the paint off of it. Alrighty guys, so we got this all sanded out off in here. It's a little coarse, but it works. So we just got a little bit of glaze. Like I said, it's not real deep, so we don't have to go through with filler. We can just go through it with this icing, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna get some of this mixed up here, and we'll probably only need 1 coat unless we get some air bubbles or something other in it. All right guys, so we got our glaze on our fender here. Now after this dries, because I just put it on there, there's actually some on my finger that's sticking to my phone. But once this dries, we can come back through, sand this. Be very mindful of body lines when you're doing stuff like this. So we have a body line runs right through here, and then we have another one that starts about here and runs over, and that corresponds with the bottom of the door there. So just be mindful of that. If you don't, it'll be all wavy looking and all that kind of stuff. That's one thing I noticed from his blue truck after got it back from being fixed. The body line on the back door rises, and you'll have that, but you can minimize it by, when you're sanding, sand up with this and sand flat across here all the way. If you have a longer block, a long block that's longer than your repair, you can sand the whole thing out in one go. It's a little more difficult on stuff like this, but you can take a longer block and just follow the trend of the line, and then the same thing across your wheel arch, and that should help you out. That's something that I learned when we were working on the white truck. All right guys, so we got our fender all worked out here. Got it all sanded. Got a little spot there. No, not a big deal. But we got all this sanded out. So we're going to go through. We just wiped it through with our alcohol. So isopropyl alcohol. So now we're going to go through here with our primer and our 4 coats. And I think we're going to call it a day there. Alrighty, also got our first coat of primer down. You can see, still, you can kind of see it a little bit right here, but it's not super noticeable. And then once I get our 4 coats on here, a lot of that will go away, and a lot of it will sand out because it'll kind of fill in. And I also noticed we got a little dinger up here on the corner, but there's not much we can do with that. To be completely honest, so we're just gonna leave that alone. Where it's at, it's kind of hard to deal with because it's up here, right here at this edge right there. So we don't really, I don't know how to fix that. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. So we're just gonna leave it. It's not a big deal. It's right there by the headlight. Everything's all black up there, so I don't think you'll ever see it. But once this gets flashed off good, we'll throw our second coat. We're going to do 4 coats on it, just like we did on the door. And then I'm going to get cleaned up here because I'm a mess. The shop's a mess. And, well, it's almost 8 o'clock and still haven't eaten anything. So, let's, I'm trying to kind of hurry this up a little bit. But, like I said, we'll get our 4 coats on here. And then I think we're going to call it a day there. And also, I thought I would mention, see, we kept our body line pretty nice all the way through. That was the goal for sanding like that. Alright guys, so we just laid our last coat of primer here. So, we're going to call it here. You hear the 6-0 out there. So, we're about to go eat. Pretty happy with the door. I don't know if I've said that or not in this video, but I'm very happy with the door. So hopefully our fender will look just as nice when we come back out tomorrow. Now there's that, we got sand out, but I think it'll look pretty nice. Worst case scenario, we sand the fender down, throw some more coats on it, and call it a day. But anyway guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.